What's going on there, everyone? Well, as we all know, Chick-fil-A has capitulated to the leftist outrage mobs. And for what? Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. But it's pathetic and sad. So, let's get into this story. Salvation Army releases statement on Chick-fil-A cutting ties. Chick-fil-A issues another statement. The Salvation Army responded on Monday to reports that Chick-fil-A was cutting ties with the Christian organization over its support for traditional marriage by noting that it is the largest social service provider in the world and that it serves millions of members of the LGBT community. Yeah, because even though you can be considered a Christian organization, the LGBT community are people. And myself as a Christian and other Christian entities of any sort, if you're really a Christian and not one of these people that are just trying to be like posh Christians or whatever, if you're a real Christian, you can't really hate the LGBT community because they're God's children, you know? They are all children of God. We don't have to agree with them. We don't have to like them that much. But, you know, we still see them as God's children. So, but it's pathetic, man. What we're seeing is pathetic. But let's get into this. We are saddened to learn that a corporate partner has felt it necessary to divert funding to other hunger, education, and homelessness organizations. In areas in which the Salvation Army, as the largest social services provider in the world, is already fully committed. The Salvation Army said in a statement, "We serve more than 23 million individuals a year, including those in the LGBT community. In fact, we believe we are the largest provider of poverty relief for the LGBT population." When misinformation is perpetuated without fact, our ability to serve those in need, regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, religion, or any other factor, is at risk. The Salvation Army continued, "We urge the public to seek the truth before rushing to ill-informed judgment and greatly appreciate those partners and donors who ensure that anyone who needs our help feels safe and comfortable to come through our doors." Yes, Salvation Army is a wonderful organization. They're pretty much unbiased when it comes to helping people. They don't care who you are, where you come from. They will help you with open arms. Awesome. But apparently Chick-fil-A doesn't care about that because the Salvation Army is a Christian organization, and the LGBT community, even though they are vastly helped by this this entity, no one in Chick-fil-A seems to care about that right now. Chick-fil-A, you are cowards. And I've propped you up many of times. I love your food. Your philanthropy was very wonderful for a time. And now you admit that you're canceling the donations because you want to open up stores in liberal areas. So it's about profits. I get it. You're going to throw away all your principles for profits. Good job. The Salvation Army's statement came in response to an interview that Chick-fil-A President and Chief Operating Officer Tim what is that? Tassopoulos? I don't know. Maybe. Tim Tassopoulos gave to BizNow. As Chick-fil-A expands globally into more liberal parts of the U.S., the chicken chain plans to change which charities it donates after years of bad press and protests from the LGBT community. BizNow reported. Beginning next year, Chick-fil-A... Didn't I just say that? Yeah. The president says it right there. It's because they want to expand into more liberal parts of the U.S. That's their problem. Beginning next year, Chick-fil-A will move away from its current philanthropic structure. BizNow has learned. After donating to more than 300 charitable organizations this year, the Atlanta-based fast food chain will instead focus on 3 initiatives with one accompanying charity each: education, homelessness, and hunger. There is no question. We know that as we go into the new markets, we need to be clear about who we are. Tassopoulos told BizNow. There are lots of articles and newscast about Chick-fil-A, and we thought we needed to be clear about our message. BizNow noted that Chick-fil-A would no longer include donating to organizations like the Salvation Army, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and the Paul Anderson Youth Home. After facing intense backlash online ever since announcing its decision, Chick-fil-A gave a new statement to the Christian Post. Beginning in 2020, the Chick-fil-A Foundation will introduce a more focused giving approach, donating to a smaller number of organizations working exclusively in areas of hunger, homelessness, and education. We have also proactively disclosed our 2018 tax filing and a preview of 2019's gifts to date on Chick-fil-A Foundation.org. The intent of the charitable giving from Chick-fil-A Foundation is to nourish potential in every child. Our goal is to donate to the most effective organizations in the areas of education, homelessness, and hunger. No organization will be excluded from future consideration, faith-based or non-faith-based. I also wanted to add that Chick-fil-A will not be opening on Sundays. So they go and they admit that they're doing this because they want more profits. They want better profit margin. So, like I said, they'll rest on their loyals or principles and all that stuff for money. Okay, you are a business. I get it to an extent. But do you really think that a leftist outrage mob is going to care? Do you really honestly think that these people are going to care? They're still going to hate you. They're still going to go after you. Trust and believe. Now they see you're weak. You're vulnerable. Oh, they're gonna be like piranhas. Come on, man. We conservatives need to step it up. We really do. We need to step up to the game that the left's playing. I don't know how. I don't know how to be principled and still be able to adopt some of their tactics, some of their tactics. Let's turn this game around, I know we don't like to, as conservatives. We try to see ourselves as above a lot of the pettiness of the left, which we are, I would say, as a whole. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta play dirty to win. Especially when you're playing against a group that is as dirty as the left. Yeah, because the left, all they're saying now is that Chick-fil-A's pandering to them. That's all they're pandering to the LGBT community, this, that, and the other. Which, I agree. I agree with the left on that sentiment. They are pandering to the left. Why else would they do this? If you look through the past, we'll say year, when all these really big protests against Chick-fil-A started, you saw their profits margins go up, which everyone was very like, whoa, how is this happening? It's because, remember this, Chick-fil-A, remember this and remember this hard. Your profits went up because conservatives and Christians rallied to make sure your business would be fine amidst these boycotts from the left. And you just slammed the door in our face by doing this. You didn't need to do this. You were already donating to really good services. The Salvation Army is probably the biggest when it comes to what y'all are trying to, hunger, education, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yep. You just cut off, like, the biggest in the world that you were donating to. Good job. Good job. This is cowardice. That's what this is. This is cowardice. They are cowards. Sorry, Chick-fil-A. But you've disappointed me and countless others. And for what? Nothing. I mean, the odds of the left even being remotely happy about this is slim to none. Slim to none. So other than alienating their Christian customers and supporters, what did this capitulation really do? What is this going to do for you? The left's still going to come after you. And now there's going to be a lot of people on the right that were supporting you and being vocal supporters of you that aren't going to be so vocal. And they're not going to have as much support for you because you capitulated to an outrage mob. Something that you did something that everyone knows is a bad thing. And you did it. Good job. But I'd love to hear your comments on this, everyone, because this is something, it just breaks my heart to see the cancel culture trying to cancel Chick-fil-A. Couldn't get that done. But what they did do is make Chick-fil-A turn their back on everything they've always stood for. So they might as well have canceled them to a lot of people. But I'd love to hear your comments on this. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side.